The Zodiac Killer, a name that sends chills down the spines of those who remember the late 1960s. He was a phantom, a specter who haunted California, leaving a trail of blood and terror in his wake. His crimes, as brutal as they were baffling, gripped the nation and continue to fascinate and horrify to this day. Unlike many killers who fade into obscurity, the Zodiac remains a chilling enigma, a puzzle that time has yet to solve. He taunted the police and the public with cryptic messages, ciphers, and letters, each one more perplexing than the last. His blatant disregard for human life and his ability to evade capture made him a symbol of chaos and fear. Despite countless hours of investigation, the killer's identity remains shrouded in mystery. Detectives pored over every clue, every piece of evidence, but the Zodiac always seemed to be one step ahead. His victims, young couples brutally attacked in secluded lovers' lanes, became tragic figures, forever linked to a monster they never knew. The fear he instilled in the public was palpable, a terrifying reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most ordinary lives. The Zodiac Killer, a name he coined himself in taunting letters sent to the press, remains an unsolved mystery, a ghost story whispered from generation to generation. His reign of terror, though decades past, still holds a chilling grip on the public imagination. The enduring power of fear and the seductive allure of the unknown keep his story alive. His cryptic messages filled with symbols and codes continue to baffle experts and amateur sleuths alike. The Zodiac's ability to blend into the ordinary, to strike without warning, made him a master of disguise and deception. He could be anyone, anywhere, lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike again. His story serves as a stark reminder that some mysteries may never be solved, some monsters may never be caught, and some shadows may never truly be outrun. The Zodiac Killer remains a dark chapter in the annals of crime, a haunting enigma that continues to captivate and terrify. As we delve deeper into the mystery, we are reminded of the fragility of life and the ever-present possibility of evil lurking just out of sight. The Zodiac Killer's legacy is one of fear, mystery, and an unending quest for answers. His story is a ghost story, a tale of terror that has been passed down through the years, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can exist within the human soul. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror may have ended, but his story continues to haunt us, a testament to the enduring power of fear and the seductive allure of the unknown. As we continue to search for answers, we are reminded that some mysteries may never be solved, some monsters may never be caught, and some shadows may never truly be outrun. Lost in a world nobody could find him, and here is why. The Zodiac's reign of terror began in December 1968, a time when the world was already grappling with numerous challenges. The first confirmed victims were David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, a young couple on their first date. They were parked on a secluded road in Benicia, California, a quiet town that would soon be thrust into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, a young couple on their first date, were parked on a secluded road in Benicia, California. The night was supposed to be a romantic escape, but it turned into a nightmare. They were shot at close range, their lives brutally cut short by an unknown assailant. The community was left in shock, unable to comprehend the senseless violence that had shattered their peace. They were shot at close range, their lives brutally cut short. The police were baffled, and the community was gripped by fear. This seemingly senseless act of violence sent shockwaves through the community and marked the beginning of the Zodiac's reign of terror. The killer's audacity and brutality were unlike anything the town had ever seen. This seemingly senseless act of violence sent shockwaves through the community and marked the beginning of the Zodiac's reign of terror. The media quickly picked up the story, and soon the entire Bay Area was on high alert. People began to fear the night, wondering if they would be the next victims of this mysterious killer. Months later, in July 1969, another couple, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau, were attacked under a full moon in the Blue Rock Springs Park in Vallejo. The couple was enjoying a peaceful evening when the Zodiac struck again. Darlene was shot and killed, while Michael narrowly survived the attack. His survival provided crucial information to the police, but it wasn't enough to stop the Zodiac. Darlene was shot and killed while Michael narrowly survived the attack. This brazen attack, committed in a public park, escalated the fear gripping the Bay Area. The Zodiac seemed to be taunting the police and the public, showing that he could strike anywhere, anytime. The sense of security that people once felt was now replaced with constant fear and anxiety. This brazen attack, committed in a public park, escalated the fear gripping the Bay Area. The Zodiac's ability to evade capture only added to the terror. People began to change their routines, avoiding secluded areas and staying indoors after dark. The killer's unpredictability made everyone a potential target. A month later, the killer struck again, this time targeting a couple picnicking at Lake Berryessa. Cecilia Shepard and Brian Hartnell were enjoying a sunny afternoon by the lake when their day took a horrifying turn. The Zodiac, wearing a hooded costume, approached them with a gun and a knife. Cecilia Shepard and Brian Hartnell were bound and stabbed multiple times. The brutality of the attack was shocking. Cecilia tragically succumbed to her injuries while Brian managed to survive the vicious attack. His account of the incident provided more details about the killer, but the Zodiac remained elusive. Cecilia tragically succumbed to her injuries, while Brian managed to survive the vicious attack. The killer, clad in a hooded costume with a symbol resembling a cross circle, left a chilling message on Brian's car door, claiming responsibility for the murders. This symbol would become synonymous with the Zodiac, a haunting reminder of his presence. The killer, clad in a hooded costume with a symbol resembling a cross circle, left a chilling message on Brian's car door, claiming responsibility for the murders. The message was a taunt, a declaration of his power and control. The Zodiac's ability to leave such messages without being caught only deepened the fear and frustration of the community. These attacks, each one more brazen than the last, plunged the Bay Area into a state of terror. The Zodiac, it seemed, could strike anywhere, anytime, leaving a trail of blood and unanswered questions in his wake. The police were under immense pressure to catch the killer, but he always seemed to be one step ahead. The Zodiac, it seemed, could strike anywhere, anytime, leaving a trail of blood and unanswered questions in his wake. The public, living in the shadow of fear, demanded answers, desperate for the nightmare to end. The police held press conferences, urging anyone with information to come forward, but the Zodiac's identity remained a mystery. Community meetings were held, and people shared their fears and suspicions. The Zodiac's reign of terror had changed the Bay Area forever, leaving a legacy of fear and unanswered questions that still linger to this day. Adding to the mystery were the chilling letters the Zodiac sent to local newspapers. These letters were not just ordinary messages, they were filled with a sense of dread and foreboding that gripped the public and the authorities alike. Each letter seemed to be a piece of a larger, more sinister puzzle, designed to instill fear and confusion. These letters, often filled with bizarre symbols and cryptic messages, became a macabre calling card. The symbols were not just random, they were meticulously crafted to challenge anyone who dared to decode them. The Zodiac seemed to take pleasure in the complexity of his ciphers, knowing that they would baffle even the most skilled cryptographers. The killer, seemingly reveling in the attention, used these letters to taunt the police, threaten future attacks, and even claim responsibility for unsolved murders. Each letter was a chilling reminder of his presence, a way to keep the fear alive. The Zodiac's ability to remain elusive while being so brazen added to the terror he inflicted on the community. The ciphers, complex codes the Zodiac claimed held the key to his identity, became the focus of intense scrutiny. These ciphers were not just puzzles, they were a direct challenge to the intellect and determination of those who sought to bring him to justice. The idea that his identity could be hidden within these symbols was both tantalizing and maddening. Cryptographers, both amateur and professional, worked tirelessly to crack the codes, hoping to uncover the killer's true name and bring him to justice. The effort to decode these messages became a race against time, with each passing day increasing the urgency and the stakes. The Zodiac's ciphers were not just a test of skill, they were a battle of wits against a cunning adversary. One cipher, sent in pieces to different newspapers, was eventually cracked, revealing a rambling and disturbing message. This message, filled with incoherent thoughts and chilling declarations, provided a glimpse into the mind of the Zodiac. Yet, it offered no concrete clues, only more questions and a deeper sense of unease. The message, devoid of any real clues to the killer's identity, only deepened the mystery. It was as if the Zodiac was playing a cruel game, always staying one step ahead, always keeping his true intentions shrouded in darkness. The lack of clear answers only fueled the obsession to solve the ciphers. The Zodiac's cryptic messages, a bizarre mix of boasts, threats, and seemingly random symbols, became a source of endless speculation and debate. Each symbol, each word, was analyzed and reanalyzed, with theories ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. The ciphers were a testament to the Zodiac's twisted genius and his ability to manipulate those who sought to understand him. Were they the ramblings of a madman, a desperate attempt to mislead investigators, or did they truly hold the key to uncovering the killer's identity? This question haunted everyone involved in the case. The possibility that the answers were right in front of them, hidden in plain sight, was both tantalizing and frustrating. Whatever their purpose, the ciphers remain a tantalizing piece of the puzzle, a testament to the Zodiac's cunning and his desire to remain hidden in plain sight. They are a reminder of a time when fear and mystery gripped a community, and the search for answers became a relentless pursuit. The Zodiac's ciphers continue to captivate and confound, a dark legacy of a killer who thrived on the unknown. Over the years, the Zodiac case has attracted countless theories and suspects. The lack of concrete evidence and the killer's meticulous nature made it difficult to narrow down the potential culprits, leaving investigators to grapple with a frustratingly elusive adversary. One of the most prominent suspects was Arthur Lee Allen, a former schoolteacher with a troubled past. Allen, who lived near several of the crime scenes, owned a Zodiac brand watch and boots that matched footprints found at one of the crime scenes. He had also been dismissed from his teaching job for alleged misconduct with students. Another suspect, a man named Rick Marshall, emerged after years of investigation by amateur sleuths. Marshall, who claimed to have known the Zodiac personally, bore a striking resemblance to police sketches and had a history of violence against women. Despite circumstantial evidence and intriguing connections, no suspect has ever been definitively linked to the Zodiac crimes. The lack of concrete evidence, coupled with the passage of time, has made it increasingly difficult to bring the killer to justice. The Zodiac, it seems, has retreated into the shadows, leaving behind a legacy of fear and unanswered questions.